Ladies and gentlemen, as we stand here on the brink of a brand new year, let me remind you of one undeniable truth: the future is unwritten, and you hold the pen. Whatever the challenges, disappointments, or victories of the past year, the slate is clean. This is your moment, your opportunity to step into the version of yourself you've always known you could be. Let's be clear, a new year does not guarantee a new you. It takes commitment, it takes focus, it takes action. But the beauty of this moment is that you don't have to wait for the perfect conditions, the perfect timing, or the perfect plan to begin. Change begins now. We all have something inside of us, a spark, an untapped reservoir of strength, creativity, and determination. That spark is what separates the people who merely exist from those who truly live. That spark is what can turn your dreams into reality, but you must be willing to fan the flames. So ask yourself, what do you really want? Not what you think you should want, not what society tells you to pursue, but what truly sets your soul on fire. Now, once you've got that vision, understand this: it's not about hoping, wishing, or waiting. It's about deciding. Decisions shape destiny. The truth is, success isn't about massive changes overnight. It's about consistent, purposeful actions. It's about showing up every single day, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it. Change doesn't come from talking about what you'll do tomorrow. It comes from what you're willing to do today. But let me tell you something: this journey won't be easy. You're going to face resistance internally and externally. You'll have moments where fear whispers in your ear. What if you fail? Here's what you do in those moments. You remind yourself that failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the process. Every great success story is built on a foundation of lessons learned from failure. The power of intentionality lies at the very heart of transformation. When we talk about creating a new you, it doesn't happen by accident or luck. It starts with a decision, a conscious and deliberate choice to take control of your life. This intentionality is about living with purpose, about aligning your thoughts, actions, and energy with the vision of who you want to become. Without it, even the most ambitious goals can drift into wishful thinking, while focused intentionality turns those goals into tangible outcomes. One of the first steps in harnessing the power of intentionality is clarity. You cannot aim for something you cannot see. Too often people set vague resolutions like "I want to be happier" or "I want to lose weight," but these are aspirations, not intentions. Intentionality requires specifics. If you want to be healthier, what does that look like? Is it about running a 5K, eating a balanced diet, or sleeping 8 hours a night? If you want to grow in your career, what's the next step? Is it learning a new skill, networking with industry leaders, or applying for a promotion? Clarity turns your goals into a map showing you the direction to take. Once you've defined your vision, the next step is to align your daily actions with it. Intentionality isn't just about setting a goal, it's about backing it up with consistent effort. It's about showing up for yourself every single day, even when the excitement fades, even when it's inconvenient, and even when no one else is watching. It's easy to make a grand declaration at the start of the year, but the real work is in the quiet, uncelebrated moments: the choice to go to the gym after a long day, the decision to say no to distractions, the discipline to invest time in your growth instead of settling for comfort. Intentionality also involves the ability to filter out what doesn't serve your purpose. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. From endless notifications on your phone to the pressure of external expectations. Being intentional means being selective about where you direct your focus. It means saying no to things that don't align with your goals, even if they seem urgent in the moment. It's about protecting your energy and reserving it for the things that truly matter. This isn't about selfishness. It's about honoring the vision you've set for yourself and ensuring that your time and resources are invested wisely. Intentionality also calls for patience and self-compassion. Transformation doesn't happen overnight, and the path isn't always linear. There will be days when progress feels slow or non-existent. On those days, it's tempting to let frustration creep in, but intentionality teaches you to stay the course. Each small action you take, no matter how insignificant it seems, is a step toward the bigger picture. Over time, those small actions compound into remarkable change. Trusting this process requires faith in your vision and belief in your ability to see it through. Breaking free from limiting beliefs is one of the most powerful steps you can take to transform your life. These beliefs often operate in the background, shaping the way you think, act, and perceive the world without you even realizing it. They create invisible barriers that hold you back from reaching your full potential, whispering doubts, fears, and excuses that keep you stuck. But the good news is that limiting beliefs are not facts, they are stories you've internalized. And like any story, they can be rewritten. Limiting beliefs are often formed early in life, influenced by our experiences, the words of others, or societal expectations. A single comment, failure, or rejection can plant a seed of doubt that grows over time. You might have heard someone say you're not smart enough, or people like us don't achieve big things over time. These ideas become ingrained, and you start to accept them as truth. The result is that you unconsciously set boundaries around what you think is possible for yourself. You stop trying, stop dreaming, and start settling for less than you deserve, all because of a belief that has no real foundation. The first step in breaking free is recognizing these beliefs for what they are. This requires self-awareness and honesty. Start by asking yourself, what are the thoughts that come up when you think about pursuing your goals or stepping out of your comfort zone? Do you hear yourself saying things like, I'm not good enough, I'll never succeed, or this is just who I am? These statements are clues to your limiting beliefs. Once you identify them, you can begin to challenge them. Remember, a belief is just a thought you've accepted as true. It's not absolute, and it can be changed. To challenge a limiting belief, ask yourself, where did this belief come from? Is it based on facts, or is it a product of fear, past experiences, or someone else's opinion? Often you'll find that these beliefs are rooted in outdated assumptions or isolated incidents that have little relevance to your present reality. For example, just because you struggled with math in school doesn't mean you're incapable of learning new skills today. Just because you failed at something once doesn't mean you're destined to fail again. When you start to see the cracks in these beliefs, their power over you begins to weaken. Taking action is another critical component of overcoming limiting beliefs. Often these beliefs thrive in the absence of evidence to the contrary. When you avoid challenges or opportunities because of fear, you reinforce the idea that you're not capable. But when you take even small, deliberate steps toward your goals, you start to build a new narrative. Each success, no matter how minor, becomes proof that your old beliefs were wrong. Over time, this creates momentum and confidence, allowing you to push past limits you once thought were immovable. It's also important to surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. Limiting beliefs are often reinforced by the environment you're in. If you're surrounded by negativity, doubt, or people who share the same limiting mindset, it can be incredibly difficult to break free. Seek out individuals who challenge you to think bigger, who believe in your potential, and who demonstrate what's possible. Their energy and perspective can help you see beyond your current limitations and encourage you to aim higher. The compound effect of small actions is one of the most underestimated forces in personal growth and transformation. In a world that often celebrates big wins and instant success, it's easy to overlook the power of small, consistent actions repeated over time. But the truth is, it's not the grand gestures or overnight leaps that create lasting change. It's the seemingly insignificant choices you make every day. These small actions, when compounded over weeks, months, and years, have the potential to completely transform your life. At its core, the compound effect is about the accumulation of effort. Imagine a single drop of water falling on a rock. One drop doesn't make a difference, and even a dozen drops might seem inconsequential. But over time, those drops can carve through the hardest stone. The same principle applies to your habits, routines, and daily decisions. Whether you're trying to improve your health, grow your career, strengthen relationships, or build confidence, the results are rarely immediate. However, with consistency and patience, the impact of small actions grows exponentially. Consider the example of physical fitness. If you decide to exercise for just 30 minutes a day, it might feel insignificant at first. After a week, you might not notice much of a difference. After a month, perhaps you see some small improvements. But after a year, that consistent effort can lead to profound changes in your strength, stamina, and overall health. The same is true for poor habits. Skipping one workout or eating one unhealthy meal won't ruin your progress, but when those small choices become a pattern, they compound negatively, leading to outcomes far from what you desire. The beauty of the compound effect is that it doesn't require dramatic effort or sweeping changes. It's about starting small and staying consistent. Too often, people abandon their goals because they feel overwhelmed by the magnitude of what they want to achieve. They think they need to make massive changes all at once, and when those changes become unsustainable, they give up. The compound effect eliminates that pressure. Instead of focusing on the big picture, you focus on the next step, the next decision, the next action. Over time, those small steps add up to something remarkable. Small actions also have the power to influence other areas of your life. Success in one area often spills over into others. For instance, if you commit to reading for 10 minutes every day, you might find that it not only expands your knowledge, but also improves your focus and discipline. These qualities can then enhance your performance at work, deepen your personal relationships, or inspire you to take on new challenges. The compound effect creates a ripple that extends far beyond the initial action. The challenge with the compound effect is that it requires patience and faith in the process. In a culture that values instant gratification, waiting for results can feel frustrating. But the compound effect teaches you that real success isn't about quick fixes or shortcuts, it's about persistence. Trusting the process means recognizing that the effort you put in today will pay off in the future, even if you can't see the results right away. It's about playing the long game, knowing that the rewards of consistency far outweigh the fleeting satisfaction of immediate results. One of the most empowering aspects of the compound effect is that it puts success within everyone's reach. You don't need extraordinary talent, resources, or circumstances to achieve your goals. What matters is your willingness to take small, deliberate actions consistently over time. Anyone can commit to drinking more water, practicing gratitude, setting aside a few minutes for self-improvement, or showing kindness to others. These actions may seem minor, but their cumulative impact can be life-changing. Turning setbacks into stepping stones is one of the most valuable skills you can develop on your journey toward growth and success. Setbacks are inevitable, they're part of life. No one moves forward without facing challenges, encountering failure, or experiencing disappointment. However, the way you respond to these setbacks determines whether they hold you back or propel you forward. In reality, setbacks are not roadblocks, they are opportunities in disguise. When you learn to embrace them, learn from them, and use them as catalysts for improvement, you unlock the true power of resilience. The first step in turning a setback into a stepping stone is reframing your perspective. Too often, when we face adversity, our immediate reaction is to view it as a failure. We focus on what went wrong and let our emotions cloud our judgment. This mindset is natural, but it limits our potential for growth. Instead of seeing a setback as an obstacle, try to see it as an opportunity for learning. Each setback, whether it's a failed project, a missed opportunity, or a personal struggle, carries valuable lessons that can only be discovered through reflection. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this experience? When you shift your focus from defeat to learning, setbacks lose their power to discourage you. To transform setbacks into stepping stones, you need to cultivate resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back after facing adversity. It's the strength to keep moving forward, even when things don't go as planned. Developing resilience doesn't happen overnight. It's a skill that requires practice, self-awareness, and a willingness to face discomfort. One way to build resilience is by changing the narrative you tell yourself during difficult times. Instead of thinking, I can't do this, or this is too hard, try saying, this is tough, but I will find a way, or I may not have succeeded this time, but I'll use this experience to improve. Your internal dialogue plays a massive role in your ability to overcome setbacks. The more you practice reframing your thoughts, the easier it becomes to bounce back stronger. It's also important to remember that setbacks can provide us with the space to refocus. When things don't go as planned, we are often so focused on the outcome that we forget the bigger picture. Setbacks force us to slow down, reevaluate, and sometimes even question our goals. This can be an incredibly valuable process. When you're forced to take a step back, you gain clarity about what truly matters and whether the path you're on is aligned with your purpose. Sometimes a setback is simply the universe telling you that you need to realign your efforts. When you embrace this time of reflection, you not only grow from the experience, but also gain a clearer sense of direction moving forward. Support systems also play a vital role in turning setbacks into stepping stones. No one succeeds alone, and during challenging times, the support of others can make all the difference. Whether it's a mentor, a friend, a family member, or even a community, having someone to lean on can help you gain perspective, boost your confidence, and provide encouragement when you need it most. These people can help you see opportunities in your setbacks that you might have missed, offering advice, guidance, and support when you feel like giving up. Having a strong network of people who believe in you can make setbacks feel less isolating and more like a collective challenge you can overcome together. Setbacks are not failures, they are stepping stones that can lead to greater success, growth, and fulfillment. They challenge you to grow stronger, more resilient, and more adaptable. When you approach setbacks with the right mindset, they become invaluable learning experiences that drive you toward your true potential. Embrace your setbacks, learn from them, and let them guide you to the next phase of your journey. The people you surround yourself with can significantly impact the direction of your life for better or for worse. This circle of individuals, your family, friends, colleagues, mentors, and acquaintances, shapes your beliefs, influences your decisions, and affects the energy you bring into the world. The importance of your circle lies in its ability to either lift you up or drag you down, to encourage you to reach higher or limit your growth, to challenge your potential or let you stagnate. The right circle can be the difference between a life of fulfillment and one of mediocrity. Human beings are deeply influenced by their environment, and the people around us form a major part of that environment. Every person you interact with brings their own mindset, values, and energy. Over time, these interactions mold your own way of thinking. When you're surrounded by positive, ambitious, and supportive individuals, you are more likely to adopt those same qualities. Conversely, if you're around negativity, doubt, or toxic attitudes, those traits can become part of your reality. This is not just a matter of individual influence. Studies have shown that your success, happiness, and even your health are strongly correlated with the quality of your relationships and social circle. One of the most significant ways your circle affects you is through the exchange of ideas. Your environment is a constant source of learning, and the people you associate with are often the ones who expose you to new concepts, perspectives, and opportunities. If you are surrounded by individuals who are constantly seeking growth, learning new things, and challenging themselves, you are more likely to adopt the same mindset. On the other hand, if your circle consists of people who are content with the status quo and resistant to change, it becomes harder for you to push past your own limits. The growth of your circle mirrors your own personal growth, and by associating with those who have similar aspirations, you create a powerful environment that fosters mutual learning and improvement. Equally important is the way your circle challenges you to become the best version of yourself. True growth happens when we are pushed outside our comfort zones. The right people in your circle will not only cheer for you, but also challenge you to step up and reach higher. They will encourage you to break free from self-imposed limitations and expand your vision of what's possible. They'll ask hard questions, challenge your assumptions, and push you to think bigger, act bolder, and aim higher. These individuals help you discover your strengths, encourage you to confront your fears, and inspire you to reach your full potential. Without this kind of challenge, it's easy to remain stagnant, doing just enough to get by. But with the right people pushing you, your potential becomes limitless. Your circle also plays a role in providing opportunities that you may not have access to on your own. Life is often about who you know, and your network can open doors that might otherwise remain closed. Whether it's a job opportunity, a new business venture, or simply a valuable piece of advice, the people in your circle can connect you to resources, information, and networks that accelerate your growth. Being around people who are well-connected and who have a strong sense of their own purpose increases your chances of discovering opportunities that align with your goals. Your circle essentially becomes an ecosystem where ideas, opportunities, and support flow freely, creating an environment ripe for success. Owning your power in the present moment is about stepping into the fullness of who you are right now, not waiting for some future moment or external validation to recognize your worth. In a world that constantly urges us to look ahead or reflect on the past, it's easy to overlook the immense power that lies in fully embracing the present. This power is not about control or dominance over others, but rather about being aware of your own thoughts, emotions, and choices in each moment, and using that awareness to create the life you desire. When you truly own your power, you stop living in a state of reaction or distraction. You become the conscious creator of your own experience. So much of life is spent either regretting the past or anxiously anticipating the future. These patterns of thinking prevent you from tapping into the infinite possibilities that exist right now. The past, with its mistakes and what-ifs, is gone, and the future, with its uncertainties and fears, is yet to come. The only thing you have control over is this very moment. By owning your power in the present, you are choosing to be grounded, mindful, and intentional in your thoughts and actions. You stop allowing external circumstances or past experiences to dictate your emotional state. Instead, you acknowledge that you have the power to choose how you respond to any given situation. The first step in owning your power in the present moment is cultivating self-awareness. This means being fully conscious of your thoughts, emotions, and the way you interact with the world around you. When you are self-aware, you are able to observe your automatic reactions, whether they are positive or negative, and make a conscious decision to shift your response. This process might take time and practice, but it's the key to taking back control of your life. When you're aware of your thoughts and emotions, you no longer let them dictate your actions unconsciously. Instead, you become the observer of your inner world, making decisions based on what aligns with your values and goals rather than reacting impulsively. In the present moment, your power lies in your ability to choose your perspective. You can't always control what happens around you, but you have the power to decide how you interpret and respond to those events. Two people can experience the same situation and have entirely different reactions. One person might see a setback as a failure, while another might view it as an opportunity to learn and grow. When you own your power, you become more intentional about the lens through which you view the world. You choose to see challenges as growth opportunities, and you choose to focus on the positives no matter how small they might seem. This shift in perspective allows you to navigate life with a sense of empowerment rather than victimhood. In addition, owning your power means taking full responsibility for your life and your actions. It's about acknowledging that you have the ability to shape your reality through the decisions you make every day. Often we fall into the trap of blaming external circumstances or other people for our struggles. While it's true that life can be difficult, when you own your power, you recognize that you have the ability to shift your mindset, take action, and change your circumstances. It's easy to fall into the victim mentality, believing that things happen to you, but when you take responsibility, you empower yourself to make different choices. This doesn't mean that life won't present challenges, but rather that you acknowledge your role in responding to them. Owning your power in the present moment also involves practicing self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on yourself when things don't go as planned or when you make mistakes, but the key to growth lies in treating yourself with kindness and understanding. By letting go of self-judgment, you create space for personal growth and healing. When you accept that you are human, capable of both success and failure, you free yourself from the weight of unrealistic expectations. Self-compassion is not about excusing poor behavior, but about acknowledging that growth is a process. It's about being gentle with yourself as you learn and evolve. Lastly, owning your power in the present moment requires you to embrace stillness. In a world full of distractions, taking time to quiet your mind and connect with your inner self is one of the most powerful ways to stay grounded. Stillness allows you to listen to your intuition, make decisions from a place of clarity, and simply be. By allowing moments of silence and solitude, you reconnect with your true essence and strengthen your ability to stay centered amid life's chaos. In these moments, you tap into a deeper sense of knowing and you realize that your power has always been within you. Owning your power in the present moment is about embracing your ability to create, respond, and evolve. It is an ongoing practice of mindfulness, self-awareness, responsibility, and self-compassion. By focusing on the now, you realize that your power is not a distant concept, but something you can access at any time. When you own your power, you stop waiting for the right circumstances or for others to approve of you, and instead you take full charge of your life.